when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity.
Josie, 7, you messed up, man. I was singing good. I was singing good. I was singing our number one hit, Fuck the Texans, and you cut me off. That's just so disrespectful. Oh my gosh, man.
Just so disrespectful for you to say something like that.
That was just wrong. Anyway, I'll sing it later. It's going to be a single, number one hit. We all know it. But anyway, let me go ahead and bring in. Oh, we got Endo popping in. Let me go ahead and bring in the person who runs this whole place. Bring Josie in. Josie, what's up? How you doing?
Fuck you very, very much.
Fuck the Texans. Fuck the Texans.
I'm not going to go into that yet. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it because even though they lost, I saw some things.
I am mad. And the reason why I'm mad is because, yeah, we are winning. But damn it, the offense is looking uglier and uglier by the damn week.
Yeah, it is all about the defense in both of these games.
Saints, clean that shit up. Oh, Nick Chubb out. So I expected Cleveland to have problems. But Saints, clean your shit up. Clean it up quick, fast, and then hurt. But we're gonna talk about all the games this week. Let's go ahead and bring everybody we got with us online. Let me bring in a man who was producing, the man who actually cut his brother off, but it's all good. Let me bring 7 in. 7, what's up?
I did our listeners and watchers a favor. Because you see, when you are consumed with the mindset of Coach Prime, you strive for perfection and excellent execution. I can't even fucking talk tonight, apparently. You strive for perfection and excellent execution. There we go. In everything you do. And so when somebody's not doing it right, you gotta make a change. So I'm gonna have to take away that D patch on your chest. I'm gonna have to put an L on it, and it's not the leader L, it's the L for your singing.
Oh man, I ain't worried about it.
I'd rather stack Juwan Taylor next to Orlando Brown Jr. and have those be Patrick Mahomes' chief protection than to listen to you fucking sing.
That's just so wrong. You're supposed to support your boy. That's just so wrong. All right, let me go ahead and bring everybody else in. Let me go ahead and bring my man. He is the author. He is the owner, CEO of Walmart and Trailer Parks. Dan the Dick. What's up, man?
The Texans. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, we'll get it. You ain't gonna perfect it.
I got it now.
Fuck the Texans. Anyway, all right, let me go ahead and bring in our special guest of the night, Endo. Endo, what's up?
Yo, what up? How's everybody doing tonight?
All right, doing good. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get Josie's rant in about the Texans who lost 31-20 to the Indianapolis Colts. Go ahead, Josie. Go ahead and get your rant in, man.
The Texans. Right. We're
gonna get it. We're gonna get it, Dan. We're gonna get it.
It's getting there.
Yeah, we're gonna get
I
it.
don't
the
know how
inspiration.
much of a rant this is. I just wanted to say, first off, and you saw a lot of the sports pundits saying it this week, CJ had a pretty good game. I was impressed. In a makeshift O-line who can't stop getting hurt. We had 2 more go down in this game. And a defense that didn't pick up until the second half. They did miss some opportunities, but I'm giving this team some slack because they've got a rookie QB, a new play caller. Like, it's not going to be perfect, but I saw some flashes of brilliance in that game. I saw some really good play from CJ in getting out of pressure, even though he was sacked 6 times. Like, it was better than
Seymour Texans.
It's CJ Stroud. I mean, let's look at this. Legitimately, 384 yards, 30 for 47, and no pick, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I'm pretty sure every NFL team would be perfectly fine with their quarterback doing that every Sunday. Like, realistically. Now, the problem is with the Texans is there's too many pieces missing on offense to where that is effective. Yeah. If you had a better running game, if your O-line could protect your fucking quarterback, you would be in a much better position than losing to the Colts of all teams.
No Anthony Richardson Colts.
With Gardner Minshew. With Minshew at the helm.
Those 19 for 23, 171 yards and a touchdown. Anthony
Richardson
Minshew for 10, 56 yards. It was extremely. The Texans have some work to do, but
yes,
CJ Stroud had a good game. Like, let's not criticize CJ Stroud. Let's take a look at the parts. Yeah.
That's what I was basically saying. Is I saw some flashes of a really good QB. As he gets the system, as I said, they have a rookie play caller. He's still figuring things out. You can also tell that the head coach wants him to be more aggressive than the Texans have been in the past. They're going fourth. They're going for it on fourth quite a bit. So
Because your punter
it's-
sucks.
Actually, Kaimi Fairbairn is not bad. He had that bad season a few years ago, but he's not terrible.
He just average. You better off going for it on fourth down. If it's like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, hell yeah, go for it.
I think those 4th and short, I think teams going for it on 4th and short is going to be a lot more common moving
Yes.
forward than it has been in the past.
Damian Pierce needs to wake the heck up. He needs to wake up. He's a good running back. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the O-line with the run blocking. I don't know what it is. He didn't have a good day yesterday. Come on, man.
You could argue that the entire running game for Houston wasn't on par. What, 26
It wasn't.
carries
It was-
for 52
They
yards?
couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's-
couldn't get it going.
2 yards of carry, you're not going to help your quarterback out. I will piggyback on what Josie said and what Seven said. The only issue that I really saw with Houston in that game is they couldn't protect their quarterback. They gave up 6 sacks. Other than that, I
The
think Stroud
defense
took
has
a pretty
always
good
been
shot.
good.
Yeah.
You're starting to see it. It's, I mean, like we've said, this is not going to be a blowout season for Houston. I know that. I said at the beginning of the season, if we finish 9-7, I would be excited like we won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no,
So-
I don't know what of their next 3 games that they got in Jacksonville, then they host Pittsburgh, and then they go to Atlanta. Pittsburgh's taken pretty
It's
tough to Cleveland
Highly
tonight.
possible. It's highly possible we end up 0-5.
Yeah,
It's highly
Yeah.
possible.
depending on which Falcons team shows up.
Yep. And that's if the Falcons ever learn how to actually work Kyle Pitts into their scheme,
Hmm.
they're going to be a much more deadly team than they are right now.
Or it could
They're-
be
they're-
that they don't trust Desmond Ritter to throw the football. That could be an issue too. So
That's fair.
Now,
That's fair.
Now, I did want to go ahead and kind of like bounce around just a little bit. Can we believe the Dolphins are 2-0?
no,
I
I
absolutely
mean-
believe it.
I
That's
totally
amazing.
believe it. We've said over and over again, if Tua can stay healthy, they are a team to be reckoned with, and they are showing that.
They are playing
Yep.
some amazing football right
Yeah,
now. Beat
no.
the New England Patriots 24-17, playing some good football.
yeah. Well, I don't know what kind of surprises me more, the fact that they're 2-0 or the fact that the Patriots have lost their 2 games based off of last second officials have to spot the ball in the right position. Because if you look at how they played against Philly, they lost on that 4th and 10 throw where the receiver didn't get his feet in bounds. And then that, man, so close for Strange to get that first down last night.
Are you worried about the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow in particular?
If they lose next week, I would be. Remember, last year they made it to the AFC Championship game after starting 0-2. So I would say, depending on the next couple days or next couple games, let's see how they play.
What the rest of you guys say?
Dan, go ahead.
I kind of have to piggyback on what Ando said. Joe kind of had a rough start last season, if I remember correctly. He was getting sacked a lot in the beginning of last season, and they weren't winning. So I could totally see him turning this around. Did Josh Allen and the Bills win?
Yeah, they beat the
Yes.
Raiders 38-10. Allen turned it around yesterday. Played
Yeah,
really
he
well,
did.
actually.
Remember,
He's
because I
still not
posted on
the guy.
Facebook. I posted on Facebook. If you ever have somebody that doesn't believe in miracles, let them know that Josh Allen did not turn the ball over once yesterday.
Good God.
What? No way! I don't believe you.
God.
I don't believe you.
31,
I will not-
37,
Can I say this,
74, and 3 touchdowns.
But can I say this though? The Raiders are like home cooking for a lot of teams to cure their
Yeah.
ills. They're not a very good football team.
I will
They
not
made the
stand.
Broncos. They made the Broncos look okay.
They are not a very good that's the Broncos with old Russell Wilson's messed up mentality.
Yep.
You guys
Can we
fucking
all
shit
agree
talking
that
Josh
Russell
Allen.
Wilson is also not the guy?
I think we can agree with that.
I think we knew that last year. I'm pretty sure we said that a couple times.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Dan.
but there was a lot of people talking this season that Sean Payton was going to bring him back to prominence, and it's not happening.
You know Sean Payton the way I do, he don't care about that contract. He'll eat it.
Yep.
He'll find somebody else better than Russell Wilson. so he can compete. Sean's a psycho, and he's a competitor, and he wants to win. And I don't think
if he came back, it's to win championships.
Yep.
Who the fuck is Russell Wilson, guys? Who the
Sierra,
fuck is Russell Wilson?
He's Sierra's husband.
Sierra's
Thank
husband.
you.
Sierra's
Jesus.
husband.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were talking about. But I mean, I have to assume at this point. So just make sure we get that
So,
right.
What I want to talk about, maybe Seven wants to piggyback. Seven, are you concerned about the Chiefs?
Nobody cares.
But, you may not because your Texans are 0-2. But
oh,
Let me get a real quick point on kind of a Chiefs sort of kick with the Dolphins that we just talked about. Tyreek Hill. I think that we need to really appreciate how good Tyreek Hill is.
oh, absolutely.
absolutely.
That Dolphins offense is
Absolutely.
not Tua. It's not any of those other guys. It's Tyreek Hill stretching defenses and Tyreek Hill fucking being a dog, being the quickest guy I've ever seen on an NFL field.
Oh yeah.
He's the quickest guy I've ever seen on an NFL field. Like maybe the fastest,
Yeah.
but definitely the quickest.
The Dolphins are benefiting from what the Chiefs used to benefit from when Tyreek Hill was on the field, and that's Tyreek's speed.
Yeah.
Because defenses have to play differently when Tyreek Hill or a player of his speed caliber, which you don't see very often, you have to play them differently because of that one singular player.
Yep.
And then it don't help. And then it doesn't help when you have Raheem Mostert behind there who can run just as fast
And
as
then
anybody.
Jalen-
on touch.
well, Jalen
he's
Waddle on the
fucking
other side.
Mhm.
He's the special one to that. When he's healthy, that's a bad brother when he's healthy.
The only guy I've seen stretch defenses like Tyreek Hill is Randy Moss. It's the only guy I've seen that
Yep.
changes it that much. They're two completely different guys, but speed is the number one factor with both of them.
Yep.
And they play a different game. Obviously, Randy was deep routes, was the 7 ball, the fucking across the middle, taking the safeties out of the fucking play. That was his thing. And Tyreek's is you have to play everything even because when he gets the ball, dude, he's untouchable. Like it's literally like you better just direct him to a sideline because he's gonna get to a sideline. He does it every single time. And like, yeah, he looks totally different on the field, which is it's just crazy because NFL players are all fucking really fast.
Where Moss was able to use his size and speed to his advantage because he was a much bigger receiver. If you get Tyreek in the open field, he's almost impossible to bring down. Like Daniel said, you have to push him to the sideline at that point.
But I think that Tyreek Hill uses his size to his advantage in a similar fashion, even though he's obviously he's shorter than Randy. He uses that to his advantage because the defense has a harder time keeping track of him because that motherfucker disappears.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you mess up and double him, you got Jaden Waller right there ready to do his thing.
And that's and I think that's the benefit, and that's the scary part of this Dolphins offense is it's not just about Tyreek. You have other weapons in the 2 and the 3 and on the tight end and your running back. That offense is fucking stacked.
Yep.
Like Randy though, Tyreek makes it 10 on 11 or makes it 10 on 9. Every play he makes it 10 on 9. So like every play you had to drop a safety to Randy Moss. That takes a guy that you have a corner and a safety on him. You have to double team him basically. Like you have to have 2 guys at least looking at Tyreek Hill, which makes everything easier on the other side. If it's 9 on 10, it automatically makes your offense better. I mean that's
Absolutely.
And and shout out to the Dolphins defense. They're actually stepping up this season.
Yep.
Bradley Chubb's playing well. Jalen Ramsey will be back soon, so they'll probably cut Eli Burton's apple when he comes back. So the defense is playing really well.
I watched him get cooked so many times last night. It was funny as hell. I was laughing so goddamn hard. But okay, so now back to Ando, what you were talking about.
Hey, real quick, let me ask you this. Something just hit me. Something just hit me. Could you say Eli Apple is the black Dan Sorensen?
sort of.
No, because no. And here's why. Here's why. And Ando and I, have a personal distaste for Dan Sorensen, but the reason why I would take Dan Sorensen over Eli Apple is Dan Sorensen is actually more effective in the middle and against the run game than Eli Apple.
That's
Agreed.
true.
How many times did we see him 2 seasons ago pop balls out when, oh, hey, I only have Dan Sorensen to worry about. You go to juke and Dan hits it just right. Bam, fumble.
Eli
Eli Apple.
Apple's is a corner though, so it's completely like Sorensen would get burnt. Sorensen would get burnt way worse than Eli Apple on actual routes. If you're going to put him at corner, there's no white corners. Come on, there's none of those guys left.
Yeah, he's right.
They're not a real thing, guys. They're not real.
That's true.
Yep.
Like they're not real, and they're not real unless it's a Missouri high school football game. Then there's white corners. Other than that, it's not.
High school playing in front of Walmart for dance.
Or Iowa.
Or Nebraska.
Or Nebraska.
Bro, I played corner in high school, man. Got to college and I was like, woo, not doing that anymore.
Okay.
Oh
So,
man, I
Andy,
also
to
want
answer
to
your
talk about
question
this other game. Say like they're about to win this game 20-17 against the Panthers to move 2-0. Offensive looking terrible. We got to get that thing cleaned up. It also looks like Pittsburgh is going to beat the Cleveland Browns 16-14. They're up right now.
Yep, that one's just in the third, isn't it?
14 minutes. Yeah, 14 minutes. Look like they might get the W as Cleveland can kick it up in gear.
Well, with Deshaun Cosby worried about massages more than the football game, I don't think that's going to happen.
And Nick Chubb out.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick
Chubb's injury is
and
going to be
here's the
bad.
thing. There are, I would say about the Nick Chubb injury, ABC did a great job of not showing what happened really, because there's a couple of pictures going around where a couple of people freeze frame it. That motherfucker's leg was bent completely forward. Nick Chubb is probably out for the season. It's bad. I saw a zoomed in picture of it. If I find it, I'll send it to you on Facebook.
God, I have to look at those now. I hate them, and I have to look at them.
Yeah.
I've literally had, dude, I've had nightmares of watching, like, I've watched one of those injuries. Like, there was a college one last year that, like, hey, meanwhile, in the Temple game, and it was some dude, like, leg getting broken in half, like, in the front. Like, it was literally just, like, straight tibia break.
Yeah.
And I had a nightmare about it because I've seen him in real life. And, like, I haven't, like, seen, like, that kind of stuff, like, where, you know, you get to slow it down and watch this dude's leg go backward. Yeah. But, like, I've heard the screams afterwards, and they are not pleasant. Like, it is not a cool, like, everybody on the field is like, ugh, like, I don't feel good about any of this. Like, it makes you feel like, God damn it, we should probably not be doing this. But, like.
Okay, so, Ando, what you were saying about the Chiefs.
Yep.
What I am concerned about with Kansas City is that line. Because if you fix that line, a lot of other things fall into place. The run game will get more efficient if you can fix that line, especially that right side.
If they lean on the run
Taylor
game.
has got to get in fucking sync with the rest of that line. Everybody should be following off of Creed Humphrey's lead. That's exact because he's one of the best fucking centers in the league right now outside of Jason Kelce.
Yep.
And that's not just us as Chiefs fans saying it. That's the league consensus.
Yeah.
Creed
I
is
know.
fucking special.
He's probably number 2.
Realistically, yeah.
Probably number 1, honestly. Kelsey's.
I would still take
Kelsey's
Kelce
not in his
over
prime.
Humphrey.
He's not
Kelsey's not
in his prime. Like if I'm building a team and I need a center, I'm gonna grab Creed Humphrey. But if it's like
if you get 1 year
thing, 1 year, I'll take Jason Kelce. That knowledge is fucking supreme.
Y'all are liars. That is the best center. One of the best centers to ever play this goddamn game.
You just want to fuck him. Stop.
That's all it is.
No, he is also one of the best centers to ever play this game.
I
can think of a few.
I will go on your lead and say, the offensive line needs to gel, and it needs to gel fast. The biggest thing really going for Kansas City right now is their defense is keeping them in games. We saw that week 1 against Detroit. And then for them to keep Jacksonville 0-4 in the red zone the entire game with Sunshine and the way that offense played, had that defense given up 1 touchdown in that game goes the other way.
Here's my thing that I want to say about the Chiefs defense and where Kansas City is at right now. Kansas City fans have been spoiled in a way for the last, I would say, in the Andy Reid era.
Yeah.
And that is that normally when the season starts, our offense is firing on all cylinders and is just fucking shutting shit down.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is trying to find its groove. Yep. This year, we are seeing the opposite. That defense is locked down tight.
Yep.
Now that you have Jones back, it's just fucking stupid. And
shows you what Eric Bieniemy does. Shows you what Eric Bieniemy does.
I know so much because but a lot of those guys are still used to Matt Nagy because Matt Nagy called plays was the offensive coordinator the year that Patrick won his first MVP.
Yep.
in there. Yeah.
So, but I also think if Matt Nagy is calling plays right now, Andy Reid needs to have his head checked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I can't tell you how many times, especially between the second and third quarters, where it's like, hey, it's 1st and 10. We just got the ball back. Run the football. Keep the defense honest. No, we're going to run a pass play. Then we're going to run a pass play. Hey, it's 3rd and 11. Now we'll run a check down to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or we'll pass it to Pachinko, which, great. Those guys can make plays in the open field, but you need to be running those plays first on 1st and 2nd down, and it opens up the playbook on 3rd. The offense – there is something missing in the gear of the offense right now. Once they get that fixed, this team, with the way that defense is playing, is going to be hard to stop.
Absolutely.
You let Matt Nagy make the tank, and you let Andy Reid drive the tank.
Yep.
You can go with that.
That's what you do.
And I don't have a problem with Matt Nagy as an OC for the aforementioned reason of Patrick Mahomes' MVP year. Matt Nagy had a huge impact on that. But I mean, last year showed clearly Matt Nagy can't exactly be trusted to accurately call plays anymore. And so I just, for me, because right now, drop the Mike McCarthy looks like a better play caller than Matt Nagy.
Well, look at who the Dallas Cowboys have played over the first 2 weeks.
They ain't playing.
That's adding in to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They playing.
I mean, had it been Aaron Rodgers, the score would have been closer. I still think Dallas wins that game because their defense is clicking on all cylinders, and their defense is going to keep them in games. What they're doing is what Kansas City should be doing. They're putting up points, and their defense is locking it down so that they're not giving as many up.
Bro, let's not let your bias for, like, everybody's bias for hating the Cowboys get in the way of the fact that they have looked like a well-oiled fucking real machine.
Dude,
That's the best
for real
defense
machine.
right now.
They have the most points scored, and they have the least amount of points allowed. Yeah, they're. I don't want to give credit to the Cowboys, but they're the best team right now.
Dak in that offense is good, dude. They're really good. CeeDee Lamb is a top 5 wide receiver in this league right now. He made some fucking catches yesterday that were I was literally just like, dude, this dude doesn't fucking ever drop. Like, if you're throwing it at him, he's figuring out a way to get it. Like, dude, that dude has great hands.
One way or another.
Going across the middle, taking a fucking hit at the legs from a safety, going fucking, full jump, laying his body on line, knew he was going to get clipped and fucking flipped over like that. Do you know how hard that fucking catch is to make, dude? Like, he is a fucking dog. Like, CeeDee Lamb is a dog because nobody goes over the middle like that. I'm like, nobody does that. That's the thing where you're like, like it's almost been phased out naturally now because nobody wants to do it. And CeeDee Lamb yesterday, who's not the biggest guy, like, he's just a dog, dude. Like, he's gonna get the ball. Like, he wants that thing bad. Gets up every time with his first down thing, and he has like 9 chains on underneath his fucking pads. I'm like, that dude is a fucking dog, dude. Just wearing fucking earrings and shit. He don't give a fuck, man. Like, he's balling. Like, that dude is a baller. 100%.
I will come out and say it on the Sports Reports podcast. Cowboys are the best team in football right now.
All right, y'all.
I
don't think so, but that's your opinion. That's cool.
Well, who do you think is the best team in football? Let's ask your opinion.
The Eagles.
Michael Jordan.
The Eagles.
The Eagles?
Go Birds.
Eagles.
Go Birds.
I mean, go back. Go back.
The fucking Los Angeles Chargers are clearly the best team in football right now, guys.
Hell no.
Can't even beat the Titties. Titans. I'm sorry.
Go back and go back at it. And the thing about the Eagles that people are
you
forgetting
tackle
right now,
Henry.
and the thing about the Eagles that people are forgetting right now, they're the deepest team in football on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball.
I can go with that. I think they should have blown out the Vikings more than they did. They only won by 6. And had that catch been made by New England, there's something about the second half Eagles that I don't know if they're just coasting. They think, oh, hey, cool, we're the Eagles, we're gonna win. There's something about the Eagles in the second half of both of the games that they've played this year that leads me to believe that they're gonna blow a lead. They're not gonna get it back this year.
Well, understand this. Here's the thing that kills me about the Eagles. Look at you talking about CeeDee Lamb being a top 5 receiver. You can make an argument. Philly has 2. Devontae Smith is
top 5.
AJ Brown is no joke.
Both top 20 receivers, maybe top 25,
You
but they're not.
You don't think AJ Brown?
Dude, you know how many receivers there are, bro? I can name 5 off the top of my head that are better than fucking AJ Brown for sure. I can name 10 off the top of my head. Who are the fucking 5? Okay, you're gonna make me do this.
AJ is
DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, fucking Mike Williams in Tampa. Dude, Tyreek Hill. There's so many, bro. There's so many. Like I'm telling, like yes, they have a good receiving core.
I won't put DK Metcalf in there yet. He's not the route runner AJ is.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are a better combo than fucking those two, for sure. Dude, Tyreek Hill paired with anybody, it doesn't even matter who it is. They're going to be up there.
Here's AJ and Devontae, they're some bad dudes, man. And then if you go behind them, they're deep. And then Ando said they should have blew Minnesota out. Look at the game Kirk Cousins had. Now I mess with Kirk Cousins a lot. But look at these past 2 games Kirk Cousins has had. He's played well. He snails
in the regular season, Will. We talked about that.
Like,
we talked about that.
Now, when it comes to playoffs,
he snails in the regular season, yeah.
He's a fuck up in the playoffs. But if you look at him in the regular season, he's playing well.
Against the Eagles, Kirk Cousins was 31 of 44, 364 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's some elite fucking numbers right there.
Yep.
He should have prayed more.
He should have prayed more.
Hey, can I put a poll up, Seven? Just since you're producing, can we do a poll for the people watching? I want to know how many times out of 100 Ando could tackle Derrick Henry in an Oklahoma drill. So you're going. No. You're going. It's Oklahoma, so you're right next to each other. Okay, like you have to start in a 3-point stance.
Well, dude, dude. First off, it's Derrick Henry. All right. I just checked my weight this last weekend. I'm at 200. He's gonna throw me to the sideline, and I ain't getting back up. Nope.
You go to tackle dinner.
I'm gonna be like, you know what, Sir Henry? Here, please grace me with your presence. Here you go.
If you go to tackle Derrick Henry, that's a business decision.
It is absolutely.
A business decision.
See,
a business decision, man.
This is what. See, Will. This is why we know it's a hypothetical. We know it's a hypothetical because Ando ain't going healthy through 100 of those for one. Okay, so we're just gonna play this like an actual simulation where he's healthy on every single one. Okay, because he's not gonna make it through that many. But the question should be: could Ando, full strength, full health, all warmed up, ready to go every single time, theoretically, tackle Derrick Henry once out of 100 times in the Oklahoma drill? They start right in front of each other, and Derrick Henry's just standing there, and Ando stands there too, and he's going to make contact with him every time. I'm going to say Ando's going to get him at least. He's going to trip Derrick Henry as Derrick Henry is hitting him in the face at least one time, dude. At least once.
Like that.
Maybe 2 to 3 times.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm going to say thank you for that. I don't think it's happening, but thank you.
That's a compliment.
Thank you for the
compliment. Ando will do that.
Tony gets him 4 or 5 times, and gets him to the ground. Dude, listen, you can trip him a couple of times, dude. He's gonna truck you 95 to 100% of the time. Like it's gonna he's gonna throw you off of him like you are a fucking infant trying to tackle him. Okay,
do you remember that scene in Gridiron Gangs when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is telling that one running back to run through him, and like the first 9 or 10 times, he just throws the dude to the side? That's what Derrick's going to do to me, man.
Pretty much. Hey, but there's always that 11th time in that movie where the dude trucks him. That's the 11th time.
Statistics are on Dan's side. If you're doing it 100 times, the chances are that he tripped once.
Do you think you just be like, all right, here, I'm you know what, you're here, you're a good sport here, come hit me, man, I'll fall back.
Bro, from experience, you're a good, like just come try and get me down. Like I won't run, just like I'll try and get me down. But like, dude, I'm from experience. Like I've seen some safeties, freshmen, like in high school and shit, with when they're like just out there fucking, they have no idea where they're even at and shit. And you're like, dude, I'm gonna go fucking truck that guy. I'm gonna go fucking, and they'll trip you because you're literally rolling them up. So like, they're just like, their body's just basically like, fucking, it's debris for you to trip over. And like somebody, you're gonna get him. Like Ando, you're gonna get him a couple of times. You'll get a good like leg maybe one time to trip it, like you hit his foot into his other one. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit his foot and it hits the other foot and he fucking trips. You're gonna get
bound to happen. Out of 100 times, it's bound to happen.
I think I can get him once.
Well, you could definitely.
I
five
think I can
times
get
at
him once or
least.
twice. I think
Yeah.
I can get him.
We're fine.
I think
I'm 6'3", 280. I think I can get him once or twice.
Yes, guys, and we're also assuming this off of a base that you're fucking 100%. It's like one play that you're fucking ratcheted up for, you're like, holy shit, this guy's gonna fucking kill me, but you're going for it, right? Every single time. That's the experiment. So absolutely, Will's gonna get him like 5 or 6 times. He's gonna roll him.
I got like 2 fine
But-
agents right behind him. Oh yeah, I'll get to him to get to them. Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
mean,
Hell
you're
yeah.
not gonna want.
the right thing behind him for Will.
And they got the sesame chicken in one hand and the chicken wings and the teriyaki wings in the other hand. Hell yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
get his
dude,
ass.
I'm coming
Hell
after some
yeah.
teriyaki wings, man.
Let's go.
The experiment also depends on the fact that like you don't remember the play before because some of them are going to be fucking embarrassing to the point that you're going to like want to dig a hole and be like, I fucking like he might kill you on one of them. That's the question we should put up.
It's a total video game simulation. You reboot.
That's what I'm saying. Every single time you don't remember, because if you remember, you're going to get demoralized.
Or in the case of Dragon Ball Z, you get these sensu being right after the first attempt.
Yep.
And be healthy.
Everything's
There you
clear. It's
go.
a new simulation. Like I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah.
Will gets him 5 times.
I think I can get him.
Now I just want to see it.
So
I just want to see it
wanna
once.
see it too.
update
All right,
on the
man.
Browns and Steelers. Browns just scored a touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. Scores 22-19. Cleveland ahead of Pittsburgh. 8:33 left to go in the third.
Can you imagine if Pittsburgh goes 0-2?
Can you imagine if Cleveland goes 2-0?
They gonna give it. They might.
First time since
Mike Tomlin gonna
93.
be on the hot seat after 2 games.
Or at least their offense is looking more decent today. It's looking more put together.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett's going to be bartending at a bar.
His hands aren't big enough, bro.
Hey, does somebody else hear a TV?
We got a TV.
Did you guys hear that? Yeah. Well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and make a fucking random guess here, and I'm going to say it's 7. Just kidding. It's Josie.
Nope.
It ain't
It's
me.
not you?
My TV's on, but there's no sound coming through because I got done playing F-Zero 99 before I
You guys
jumped on
don't-
here.
I know that last night.
Maybe I forgot to bring signal.
I hear.
I'm gonna play that
I don't know.
down
Maybe
last
it's
night.
like feedback or something. But all right. What are the games we're going to talk about?
Go ahead and talk about the Falcons coming back to beat the Green Bay Packers of Lambeau Field. 25 to 24. I
I don't know how to make that game, man. I mean, the Falcons looked okay in Week 1 against the Panthers, but I think it was because they were playing the Panthers. I still don't think the Falcons are a team that make the playoffs. Between the Saints playing and the Buccaneers playing, I don't think there's enough room for all three of those teams to make it to the playoffs.
No. So when you look at the numbers for that game, Jordan Love was 14 of 25, so over 50% completion, 151 yards,
3 touchdowns and 1
and
interception.
3 touchdowns. He was only sacked once. And then, but here's the thing: you look at that, so that's a low thing. So you would think that they would be relying on the run game more. They only had 84 rushing yards for the entire game.
Well, don't forget. Aaron Jones was out. AJ Dillon was in. So don't forget that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aaron
I mean,
Jones
he-
is stud.
And yes, AJ Dillon is not as good as Aaron Jones, but you have, I mean, the offense, like honestly, like the offense in Green Bay isn't bad. There just needs to be more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because you
agree.
can't score points if you don't stay on the field. What, they had 11 plays in the entire fourth quarter. You're not going to win if your offense doesn't stay on the field.
And they got too much talent. But remember, guys, Christian Watson didn't play. Aaron Jones didn't play.
But
Luke
you're still
Musgrave is a
putting
rookie
up
tight end.
24
That's-
points through 3 quarters. You got to find a way. If Jordan Love wants to prove that he's the quarterback that Green Bay needs to be, you got to find a way to make those plays and keep your teams on the field, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He needs to run a little bit more too. But
And he's got the legs to do it.
he's got the
He
leg
does.
to do it.
And
Yeah.
see, Jordan Love really surprises me because you look at the build and stature that he has. You would think he'd be the quarterback that would be like, all right, let me utilize my legs more. You really only see him scramble when the pressure comes out, outside the tackles, and he's got that running lane to step up. He's really not one of those like Patrick or Lamar that roll to the right and extend the plays. He just steps up and runs when he needs to.
He ran it twice against the Falcons and got 23 yards.
Just saying. He's got the wheels.
Yeah, and especially with the fact that you're still getting comfortable with your offense, he should have a little bit more room to make the decision to go ahead and run.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to scheme it so that the lanes are a little bit better for his skill set, which would probably be try and open up the middle if you can. But he should be given the freedom to make the decision to run the ball a little bit more. I think that would provide some help and at least keep the defense honest, so you can open up those passing lanes and work it back towards a closer option of single coverage with being able to exploit matchups.
Yeah.
But if he's not given the freedom to run more, the defense isn't going to do shit but cover your fucking receivers.
Does Jordan Love look like a Christian summer camp chaperone? Yes or no?
Damn.
Oh yeah. He went to Utah State, right?
Damn.
He looks like he was a virgin until 19.
He looked like he's the
That was
chaperone that
messed
tells
up.
people
That
to
was
stay 6
wrong.
feet away.
That was wrong. You didn't even know he was black until last week. Now he's a doggone shot.
No, I was the one that didn't know he was black until
You
last
didn't
week.
know.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
okay.
Are
Dan.
you serious? I knew, yeah.
I
mean, well, I halfway knew.
Excuse me, Seven and Dan, you guys are too close. You need to break it up about 4 more feet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
There we go.
So,
There we go.
that's my other counselor, Will Morgan there. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it.
Anyway,
No handsy. No handsies.
Where your hands? Hands checked.
Wait, hold on.
Go move on to that
It's
next
going to be a
game.
minute. I'm not done yet.
Uh-oh.
If I'm at summer camp, 2 of my fingers are inside of a female from across the lake.
There you go.
Oh,
That one summer at band camp. All right.
my fingers were lost.
We went ahead. We already
We
talked
got some
about
bush
Buffalo.
lights and some fat ones.
We already talked about Buffalo and the Raiders. Buffalo gets a 38-10 win. Get off the L column. Get on that W column.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, don't fucking hear any. Well, chirp. Yeah, 38-10. Fucking Josh Allen fucking rolling up and down the field.
It's the
He didn't throw a pick, so everybody's fucking all silent about his fucking performance now, aren't they?
Raiders.
You fucking Josh Allen hating motherfuckers. God damn.
Raiders. Raiders.
He's a top 5 NFL quarterback for the remainder of his career. For the remainder of his career.
No, he's not.
Bro,
Did you just say remain?
watch the fucking games.
Right now. He's
Watch
top 5 in
the
NFL right
fucking
now.
games. Watch the fucking games and tell me if you know anything about football. If you know anything about it, talent-wise, that's how I'll say it. Talent-wise, Josh Allen will be a top 5 quarterback for the remainder of his NFL career. He is 6'6", 250 pounds. He runs. He's got the strongest arm in the NFL right now. Now that Aaron Rodgers fucking is out. He's got the strongest arm in the NFL. It's not the most accurate. I'll agree with that. He makes bad fucking red zone decisions. But talent-wise, Josh Allen is a top 3 to 2 quarterback for real.
No, and here's why he's not. The decision making is the fucking problem, and it
Talent-wise.
matters. No. because
Decision making's not talent, Tony.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
If you're a professional fucking quarterback.
No, that's not talent. I'm talking quarterback
What
talent.
are you talking about?
I'm talking. Oh, hey, here. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the best
Tom Brady.
quarterback don't come.
Tom Brady, probably the best decision maker in the clutch in fucking regular season in NFL history. Correct? The best decision maker. Was he ever even top 15 physical talent to be a quarterback in the NFL?
But there's
Was
a
he ever?
difference between physical and quarterback play?
That's
There's
what
a
I'm
difference.
saying, guys. You're making my fucking point for me. I'm saying Josh Allen as a prototype.
But hell,
Talent.
Cam Newton was a prototype. He was
Cam Newton was awesome. Cam Newton won an MVP. Cam Newton went to a Super Bowl.
Listen,
By himself.
Here's what I'm telling you. Here's why you're wrong. What I'm saying is his decision making is so bad it brings him out of the top 5, and that is the problem.
Not talent-wise.
Decision making. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because decision making is a talent. Hence, Tom Brady
It's
being one of the
not
best fucking quarterbacks in
part
NFL
of-
history. His decision making, it was part of his talent. His decision making made his talent. Josh Allen's decision making is why he is not an elite quarterback.
I still
Okay,
take Josh Allen over Joe Burrow.
Oh, I don't know if I can
Nope.
do that.
I take
I don't
Joe
know if I
Burrow
can do
over
that.
Josh Allen.
Dude,
No.
See, Ando's on the same page.
Yeah, dude, I would, especially if you take a look at how Burrow has played since he signed that contract and he's not fully healed from that calf injury, which will probably hobble him for the next couple weeks. Allen is on to something. Granted, he played the Raiders. I don't know who he plays next week. But again, the defense that you're playing affects how you play in that game. The Jets, for whatever reason, always seem to give Josh Allen issues. You saw that last year. 3 interception loss in New York. This year, 3 interception loss to New York in the Meadowlands. So
Go look at Josh Allen's numbers, by the way.
dude, I'm gonna say it. Allen.
You can't.
For
No. Here's the
me,
thing.
Allen is one of the top 2, if not top 3 quarterbacks in the league. I will still say
Thank you,
Mahomes
Endo.
is number 1.
Shit.
Cannot be a top
Mahomes
quarterback in the
number
league
Is he
when
better
you
than-
lead
is
the
he- is
league
he
in
better-
turnovers for the time that you've been
Is
in the
he
fucking
better than
league.
Jalen
Oh,
Hurts?
hold on. Time out.
He is not better than Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna stop you guys
I
right
take
now.
Josh
Hold on.
Allen
Hold on. I'm gonna
over
stop you
Jalen
guys
Hurts in
right
the
now.
fantasy draft.
I'm gonna stop you guys right now. Give me the top 3 quarterbacks that you would go right now. My top 3 right now, as it stands, with schematics, arms, abilities, intangibles.
Like as the NFL season stands right now.
My top 3 right now is Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, and Josh Allen. Those are my top 3 that I would, if I had to put them all in
I've
my
got
head,
Trevor has both of you motherfuckers now.
Ando, I would give you Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, and then Jalen Hurts.
No. You guys are out of your. Okay, wait.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Simon, who would you
Jalen
pick?
Hurts.
Who would you pick?
Okay, so the correct answer.
Patrick
Let's
Mahomes,
be
number
clear
1.
here. Of course, Patrick
Of
Mahomes
course.
is number 1.
Yep, number 2.
You got to have Jalen Hurts in there as one of the 3
No, you don't.
options as well.
Okay.
And then
No, you
you
don't.
also have to, as of right now, the way this season is going, it has to either be Tua or Kirk Cousins. It has to be.
Okay.
Or Dak.
The
Tua,
only-
and that's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say Dak Prescott.
Right now, the judge
I'm gonna-
Oh,
right now,
fuck that.
I'm gonna
Dak
argue
is
with
not
you.
even the reason they're winning these games.
I'm going to argue with
Really?
you.
Because you haven't
and
watched
say-
any Dallas games.
I'm going
and-
to argue with you about Tua because
Have you?
Tua
Exactly.
is a product of having Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. We just explained
He
how
is.
having Tyreek Hill on the field changes the aspect of
right.
everybody.
And they said that Patrick
both
Mahomes was a
offense and
product
defense.
of Tyreek being on the field as well.
No, they didn't. No, they never said that. They never said that.
Yes, they
Tony.
did. There was
No,
so many
they
questions.
who? Not anybody who knows
So many
football.
fucking-
Not anybody who knows football.
So what Patrick did this last year, remember how last year when we traded Tyreek to Miami, every sports analyst, oh, the Chiefs aren't going to make it to the playoffs. The Chiefs aren't going to have the same offense. Patrick Mahomes is on a whole nother level. That is why Patrick
don't know football.
Mahomes
And no,
is the
and
number 1
Ando,
quarterback.
no one's saying he's not number 1. No
No,
one's
I'm not
saying
saying-
that.
If they
But
said
what
that,
I'm saying is what I'm saying
But-
is
no,
Tua's offense relies on Tyreek Hill. If you take Tyreek Hill out of Tua's
Hold on.
offense, now you
Hold
have just okay. All right.
Wait.
I'm listening.
I have a question. Is Tyreek Hill throwing the fucking ball for Tua?
No.
Quick. Is any okay? Because right now, as it sits, Tua has the most passing yards in the league right now. Tua, the long fucking name,
I'm not
That's-
has
arguing.
more
that.
concussions than a varsity.
dude, we're giving.
is leading the league right now in passing yards.
I'm not
He
arguing.
had to
that.
put the ball into Tyreek's hands.
Okay.
He had to
All right.
put the ball into Jalen Waddle's hands. Come on.
Okay. So let me do this, Kevin. Let me take a step back. All right. So Tua is a good quarterback. I will admit that because we saw when Tua went out last year, even with Tyreek and Jalen being on the field, between Skylar Thompson and whoever the backup was in Miami, they couldn't make plays
Teddy
happen.
Bridgewater.
What's that?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. So I mean,
Teddy.
obviously, Teddy and Skylar are both mid, if not below mid. Okay. But we saw what Skylar did with Tyreek on the field in that playoff game against Buffalo. So Tyreek, I think, adds a level and an element to whoever the quarterback is. So
Yes.
Tua's success cannot definitively be put on himself if he cannot put the same numbers with Tyreek as he doesn't without. If that makes sense. Because before Tyreek got there, Tua was not putting up the numbers that he was putting up with Tyreek there.
But here's the thing. So we're going to talk about this because Tyreek Hill has 255 receiving yards this year. Okay, 255. Now, if we take the 255 out of the 715 that Tua has thrown,
Yep.
okay, I'm looking at stats right now for passing yards. We take that 255 out, we get some mid 400s. He's still above. He's right. He's above Trevor Lawrence still in passing yards. If and he's like 12th, 13th. He's right in there above Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
And you're gonna and don't get me wrong, I love Sunshine. Plenty of episodes of this fucking show when we talking about Love and Sunshine, and he's got so much talent. Jacksonville is on the upward momentum. But you can't tell me that Sunshine is a better quarterback than Tua than fucking Tua. There is no fucking way.
How can I not?
There,
Fucking dude, Trevor Lawrence is 6'6", 240 pounds, throws a fucking beautiful football, and is fucking as a talent. That's what I'm trying to say right now. Like as a talent, dude, Tua is like Drew Brees size. Tua has going for him is he's incredibly accurate and he has a quick release and he knows that offense at this point. And that's all he needs with Tyreek Hill on the field.
Hold on, I do want to say one thing. Josie just messaged the chat saying that Josie has to bounce. So Josie, we'll talk to you later. I hate you.
Have a good night.
Wrong.
later,
Right,
Josie.
But here's my, and this is so interesting to talk about because, you know, I was a big at first when I saw Josh Allen play under Brian Dable. I was impressed. Interceptions start happening, and I fall less and less out of love. More looking at other quarterbacks like Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts when he comes up. You know, Patrick Mahomes is already the man.
Yeah.
So it's like I just think there's so many.
Yeah,
There's so many more quarterbacks better suited than Josh Allen because again, we talked about the interceptions. We talked about his always looking at one receiver, never looking at the whole field. He's always looking for Stephon Diggs. He's not looking off receivers. You have other weapons on that team that can be productive in Gabe Davis and Kincaid.
I will give Josh Allen top 10 in the league, but not top 5. Not top 5. I can't. Like the decision making is why he's not up there.
Okay,
it's a problem.
He's John Elway. He's John Elway of this time, is what he is. So John Elway,
I would say closer to Dan Marino.
No, Marino didn't run the ball. Marino was not a runner. Like style of play is what I'm talking about. Like Elway was an athlete who couldn't particularly read defenses very well.
No,
for a long time, dude. For like a long time. People watch those 98 fucking games. Dude, he's been in the league for 15 fucking years, bro. He was cerebral. He was exactly like he was cerebral at that point.
And like the argument though, I'll still make the getting back on him. I still make the argument. They don't win nothing without Terrell Davis. This is me.
Agreed. And they proved that I can go with that.
Yeah, especially in a Mike Shanahan offense. Fuck yeah, like that's all it is. I mean, you better have a fucking bell cow running back. Like that's what it is.
Yep.
Elway was definitely a product
Christian McCaffrey.
Of what was around him.
Yep. Love Christian.
And I'm not going to say it still takes skill to be able to, like I said about Tua, make those passes and get them where they need to be. Mm-hmm. But I don't think John Elway would have been as dominant of a quarterback as he was without Mike Shanahan, without guys like Shannon Sharp around him and Terrell Owens.
We see that.
Can we give Ed McCaffrey some love?
I mean, we see that because that actually played out and happened. Like he didn't have success under anybody with Shanahan, and then Shanahan gets there and goes, "Oh, I know how to harness this guy's skills and like play them up and get him to do what he does well, and then it works." Like so, I guess I'm pointing the finger at fucking Josh Allen's coaches at this point, which I don't think is that fucking out of line. I think they need to find better. He's not a drop back. He's not fucking Peyton Manning. Let's go pistol 5 wide, and he just fucking picks people apart. That's not what he does. That's not his style of play. It's within the offense. It's fucking RPOs. It's like mixing in shit that like is impossible to stop. Like because when he runs, bro, good luck. That's a business decision. That dude is big and fast, and he fucking runs physical for a quarterback.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, and he does.
But go ahead and finish up 7. Then we're gonna move on.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say about Josh Allen, and to your point on the coaching, because I will agree that coaching is an issue in Buffalo. Because last season, Who led the Bills in rushing?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen
Okay.
did.
Right now, outside of the
James Cook had a good
outside
game.
outside of the 30 carries that you've gotten out of James Cook, or 29 carries out of James Cook for 169 yards these 2 games. Wait, rookie
Second
doing
year.
well.
He's
Oh,
second
is he second
He's
year?
second
Okay.
year.
You've got Josh Allen second on the team with 9 carries for 43 yards.
That's a
Yep.
damn shame.
So hasn't been running the ball that much.
He hasn't been running it as much, but he's got 20. He's got over 25% of the yards of James Cook on a third of the carries, and if they're going to use him as that Peyton Manning type, which, like you said, that's how they seem to scheme it. Why is he running that much? He should not be second on the team in rushing yards.
Nine carries is nothing though. 9 carries through. They played fucking 2 games. That's nothing. Like, dude, he was carrying it fucking 10, 12 times a game last year, bro.
Right, and it's better. But my argument is it still shouldn't be this much. They should be.
You're saying just don't run him at all. That's what you're saying then. Don't run him at all.
No, if you're gonna scheme it like you would Peyton Manning, which is like what you're talking about.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he shouldn't
that's
be
what
Peyton
they're
Manning
doing.
because he isn't Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that's what they're doing. If they're gonna do that, he shouldn't have to run the ball that much. He should be going to fucking James Cook more.
But he should be running the ball.
Agreed.
In that offense is what I'm saying.
He should be. Yeah.
Having
throws
that
lots of
ability
interceptions
to
when he
run for Josh Allen, I think, is what makes him unique in the skill set that he has. A 6'6" quarterback that can't run, you got Brock Osweiler 2.0. But the ability for him to be able to run the football and keep the defenses on their toes, now you're basically playing what
Just
10
like
on 9
Trevor
for the
Lawrence.
offense versus the defense. Where, okay, now you got to have somebody spot every single play because Josh Allen can take off and run for it. I think the offenses this year for Buffalo, granted it was a bad sample size in New York because he kept turning the ball over, but I think they want to take the pressure off of Josh so that he doesn't have to run as much, but it's there if he needs it. It reminds me a lot of Steve Young, especially in the later part of his career, where
Joe
he's going to sit in the pocket, he's going to throw the football, but if he's pressured and has to move, he's not afraid to.
Reminds me of Joe Montana early in his career. He was running a quarterback early in his career. People forget that. He didn't become a passer till behind the pocket passer until later.
So physically, Josh Allen is like Trevor Lawrence on steroids, and mentally, Josh Allen is like Trevor Lawrence with Downs. That's what we've came. That's what we came to.
Anyway, we need to move on, guys. We need to move on,
God.
guys. Let's go ahead and get to the rest of these games. We can get out of here for the
How
night.
about Seattle and Detroit? Let's talk about that one next. That was a hell of a game.
I told somebody on a fantasy show that Tyler Lockett was gonna get down, and nobody listened to me. Tyler
Talk about an underrated wide receiver, Will.
Tyler Lockett got down.
Tyler Lockett's been doing it for a while, dude, and he's been doing it dirty, like getting fucking, first, third down catches for that offense for what, like 7 years now, dude.
Yeah.
A guy out of Kansas State who gets drafted, he got drafted like a 4th round or something at Kansas State. Nobody thought that dude was going to do shit. And he became basically like Nate Burleson at this point. Like that's, what I'm saying? Like just that dude who's like underneath the like, getting 80 catches a year. Like fucking give some credit to that dude. Like
Deion Branch with Tom Brady had Randy Moss. He's just that always dependable guy who's there.
He had 8 receptions for 59 yards.
And then the game-winning touchdown.
Shout out
30
to
work.
Shout out to
30
Tyler.
work. Plays special teams too.
Also, shout out to Geno Smith for coming back the way that he did after sucking in week 1. He came back.
Oh my God! When Aaron Donald busted through the line. Oh my God!
On the Detroit.
Oh God! You would be doing the same thing, bro. Me too.
Absolutely.
On the Detroit side of things, we were talking about receivers earlier. This brother, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is just amazing. That man had 6 receptions, 102 yards yesterday. He got to be. If you don't have him on your fantasy team, you got to trade for him.
He's 100% owned, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's no way he's not.
He's the number one. He's clearly the number one in Detroit. Clearly the number one.
And everybody, including myself, laughed off Jared Goff. 3
Well,
touchdowns, one pick.
minus that really bad interception he had.
That
He's
was
had a good
bad.
season so far.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Jared Goff
Jared-
actually
Jared-
looks
Jared
decent
Goff-
this year.
guys,
He does.
Jared Goff was the number 1 overall pick. Remember that?
Yep.
He was the number 1 overall pick, and you know why? Because he can make every fucking throw on a football field. Like
Oh, yeah.
you can talk about him not being as physical as he should be, blah blah fucking blah. But if you fucking put protection around that dude and just let him fucking sling it, he can put it on a dime, bro. That guy, I bet he looks so good in fucking like like shorts and fucking sleeveless shirts while they're fucking running 7-on-7s. That's why he got drafted number 1 overall, dude. Because they were like, oh fuck, this guy puts it everywhere, and like that's not all of playing quarterback, obviously, because in that case he would just be the best fucking quarterback in the league. But he's not, so there's other parts of it. But yeah, like Jared Goff's a fucking legit quarterback, dude. He's
We already talking about Baltimore defeated Cincinnati 27-24. Odell Beckham went out with an injury yesterday. Hope Odell can come back. Yeah, that's sad.
I'm gonna look. You guys are gonna see just live reaction right now. I'm about to look at this fucking dude's leg bit. Who was it?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Running
Chubb.
back
Oh
for the,
shit, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
That guy's a fucking
it's
stud,
brutal.
bro.
It's brutal.
Okay, so Brick Shithouse, like, what does he weigh? 240. Good luck, fucking. That dude squatted like 700 pounds in fucking at Georgia.
Damn, bro.
He did He did 705. He was literally like he was up for breaking the school record for a while. And like, dude, yeah, like his legs. Just watch his legs when he runs, dude. They literally look like that. I don't even know how he fucking gets them apart because they're so huge. They're just like close together and shit. Like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Is it made to go that way?
Nope.
No.
Are you looking at it? Hang on, I didn't see it. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's Hey, you know what? All right. So that's the worst.
At least a torn
So-
meniscus.
That's the worst still frame they could get, though. I'm actually pretty optimistic about it. Like that's okay for me. Like that's pretty far. That's pretty far, but he's clearly flexible. Okay, so like that's the number one thing about being a running back, or probably any NFL player, as far as anybody's going to get tackled. Flexibility, dude. Like don't be fucking all jacked up like a bodybuilder. Like Reggie Bush had injury problems, a lot of cramps, a lot of fucking pulled muscles, ankles, and shit like that. You know why? Because Reggie Bush looked like a fucking bodybuilder. He was too fucking bulky, basically. Like he wasn't flexible. Yeah. He didn't stretch out enough. And so hopefully Nick Chubb's got a little bit of flexibility.
Real quick, I did want to show this for everybody who has not seen it.
See, all right. It's not, dude. Okay, so it's not as bad as other ones. All right, so this is like I actually feel pretty good.
Alex Smith's break was worse.
Yeah, that
was the worst ever, basically. And then that dude last year, like these are bones, these are compound bones breaking in half and stuff. That's just that's an actual part that bends at least. You know what I'm saying? Like that's supposed to
not
bend
that
at least.
direction.
I know, but it's still supposed to bend.
It's supposed to bend.
Your tibia, though, not supposed to fucking bend in half. Like that thing never really. It should stay straight. That's kind of like part of its job. And like that's when they get really bad, is when you're doing that kind of shit. Like it's stuff that's not supposed to break that way.
Real quick, we're also looking at already talk about the Colts and the Texans. We already talk about KC. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay defeat the Chicago Bears 27-17. Guys, I'm concerned because the thing that kills me, they're wasting Justin Fields.
I don't think Fields is the answer.
They're wasting him. Go back and look at their play calling. Screen, check down, check down.
Because he can't throw the ball on the field.
DJ Moore had a good game, but he was the only one.
Maybe Justin Fields can't throw the ball on the field, Will. Wouldn't they be throwing the ball on the field if Justin Fields was capable of throwing the ball on the field?
I think Justin can.
So are they wasting him, or can he just not do it? Because at this point,
I just think that play call is atrocious.
Justin Fields, call a fucking audible then, bud. Take over your life, all right? Take over your fucking life and throw a post route.
But if he's not smart enough to read the defense to say to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, can he just not do it?
Look at the receiving numbers. You got Cole Kmet 4 for 38. Chris Claypool, he did catch a touchdown. But he was 3 for 36. Herbert was 1 for 23.
Also, listen to the names you're saying, Will.
That's true too.
Cole Kmet.
Almost a bunch of nobody. Almost. Not
There's
quite, almost.
The issues in Chicago start at the top because it's
not terrible.
That roster is terrible, and that's a front office problem. The front office is doing.
Just need to sell the team. The McCaskies just need to sell.
And that's the thing is, I think that it's just like we were talking about this in the Sports Report chat with issues like with the Arizona Cardinals and Detroit and stuff like that. You know, Detroit's past issues, obviously they've elevated themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's an organizational issue.
Yeah.
This isn't just a case of you can trade for a couple of wide receivers and you're going to have you're going to make a huge difference. Is there a lot of potential on the Chicago roster? Yes, but you don't have the leadership to turn it into actual real talent.
And you don't have an
Because
offensive
potential
coordinator
doesn't pay the
that can
fucking
call it.
bills.
And you don't
Sammy,
have an
potential.
and you don't have
It's
an
the
offensive
NFL.
coordinator that can call a damn play.
It's the NFL. There's potential. And you know who has a lot of potential on their team? All the fucking shitty teams. The teams that are good are fulfilling their potential. Everybody has potential.
And that's
it's
exactly
the
my
NFL.
point.
Yeah,
That's exactly
like if
my
you
point.
can't.
Chicago is testament to the impact of bad leadership.
Right.
Because
And
let's
it
look at
goes
this.
down
Like,
from the front office.
Maybe
down,
Justin Fields can't throw a deep ball.
front
Just
office
saying.
from down to the coaching staff.
you've
And
got
maybe Justin Fields can't do it.
You've got
I think
Baker
it's-
Mayfield, Tampa Bayfield. Tampa Bayfield
Hey,
is
bake,
2-0.
baby. Had a good fucking game last.
Shake and bake. You know,
Shake and bake.
I don't
Again,
think
Mayfield
anybody.
was once a number 1 overall pick, so he's got to have something that people see in him.
I think the thing with Baker,
Big
I
dick
think
energy is what Baker
I think the
Mayfield's
thing
got.
they did,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
what Tampa did was dummy up that playbook just a little bit because you're not dealing with Tom Brady anymore. I think
You
they
have
dummied up that
to.
playbook. Yeah, you got that. I think it just a little bit. Shout out to Mike Williams for still doing his thing. I know he's still on the trade block.
You mean
but shout
Mike
out to
Evans?
Williams for doing this.
Mike Evans,
Evans, yeah.
Doing
Yeah,
his
Mike
thing.
Williams was the
I'm
one
thinking,
that passed
I'm
away
thinking
this
about,
week.
I'm thinking about Mike Williams because he passed away. That hurt. That hurt.
Dude, I said Mike Williams earlier too. When we were talking about the wide receivers. I actually meant Mike
Yeah.
Evans just as a correction.
That
'Cause
hurt.
I was thinking the same
man.
thing.
That
Well,
hurt.
there is
Yeah, I was
Mike
gonna say-
Williams from the Chargers that plays pretty good.
Yes, but
When he's
Tampa,
healthy.
we were thinking Tampa, fucking
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but Tampa,
I was thinking Mike Evans, not Mike Williams from San Diego.
Yeah.
But Tampa's getting it done. They're 2-0 right now, so we'll see. Tennessee.
so
Mike
which
Evans
is-
already has 237 receiving yards on the season.
Which is
Like,
the
that's
biggest
just huge.
surprise in the NFC South being 2-0? Atlanta, Tampa, or New Orleans? Because everybody was
Atlanta.
talking about how that division was going to be a
Atlanta.
complete pile of garbage.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'll give Derek Carr respect because he looks a lot better now that he's not dealing with the fucking Las Vegas.
Josh McDaniels
Team.
bullshit poopy
Like,
playbook that he has.
And he does look a lot happier. So I
Oh,
will
yeah.
acknowledge that. Derek Carr is not my favorite quarterback at all. I still think he's mid at best for NFL, but he's a mid talent in the NFL. That's still pretty fucking remarkable.
And he's better than what you had in Taysom Hill and your boy Andy Dalton. So
Absolutely.
You're top 20 in the world at something at
Yeah,
one thing.
yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Like,
That's
like
kinda
none of
cool.
us can say
He's
that.
Top 20.
No,
Top
Right.
20
Yeah.
But
is anything.
But for Atlanta can't figure out how to use Kyle Pitts. Like Kyle Pitts is a consistent fantasy draft bust because Atlanta has not figured out how to fucking use it. The talent is there. It's not just potential. The talent is there. You can see it. When he gets the chance, he does something.
Yeah.
But he's not getting the chance very often. And I will give credit to some teams that face Atlanta taking him out of the game to an extent. But the offensive scheming in Atlanta is just fucking horrible.
Agreed.
It's just fucking horrible.
But again, the Tennessee Titans defeat the LA Chargers without Austin Eckler, 27-24. Tennessee came out and played, so shout out to them. The
Brandon
New York
Staley needs to
Giants-
be fired.
There's something going on in LA, man.
I really
It's
think there's something
that
wrong with the Chargers.
organizational
I
again.
really think it is.
It is. Like,
Um,
and Herbert's not going to take over, like, the rate. I fucking love Justin Herbert, but he's not, like, the type of leader that's going to be like, all right, well, we're fucking doing things my way. Like, he's a very go with the flow. Let's fucking run the fucking shit offense because, and he just puts balls on dimes, just fucking throws dimes the whole fucking
You know
game.
who would get a World Series? Who could get World Series? Who could get a Super Bowl ring with Justin Herbert? Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Like everybody besides apparently. I mean,
Brandon Staley.
get a fucking playoff berth. Get a fucking AFC Championship game appearance. Like a lot of people could.
And I think any other coach coaching that game against Jacksonville last year and the Chargers win.
Absolutely.
Staley got
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
I 100% agree with you.
Brandon Staley is a product of like the Josh McDaniels, Sean McVay, let's get this wonder kid thing in here. And like some of them just aren't wonder kids. Like they can make some crazy shit up on a fucking blackboard probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet Staley's awesome in front of the fucking board. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like running fucking shit like, oh yeah, this goes X fucking, this is X7, Y, whatever the fuck. And I'm sure he's great with X's and O's, but like that doesn't make you a fucking head coach, bro. That makes you a fucking coordinator.
Right.
So he's an offensive coordinator like Josh McDaniels is. Like they are not, their personalities are not built for like for them being in front of the because
as I keep saying, when you're gonna be a head coach, you have to be a leader of
Or
men.
Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien proved he couldn't coach either.
Neither one of them.
if you think, hey,
No, don't be Sports Name's name on this show. We figured out.
Don't say the Buckman's name.
you bite your tongue when you talk about Mr. O'Brien like that.
Bill
I
O'Brien.
Bite your fucking tongue.
I don't like him, man, personally.
You don't know, but because you don't know, Ando.
I think
Have you never heard my conspiracy theory?
You've never heard. It's not a conspiracy. This is real.
Up in New England is the
No.
spot for him.
This is real.
Now listen to this, Andrew. You need to understand. Bill O'Brien is a fucking genius because here's what happened.
Oh my God.
All of those trades that happened that he gets credit for near the end of his tenure in Houston. You want to know what they were also dealing with Houston at that time? It's been revealed. Deshaun Watson sexually assaulting massage therapist. He knew, couldn't do anything about it. So he screwed that team on the way out and watched it fucking burn. Bill O'Brien,
DeAndre Hopkins for a 4th round pick.
Yep. Well,
Bill O'Brien,
DeAndre Hopkins for a 4th round pick.
Was DeAndre Hopkins Bill's problem, or was that the general or not? The
He was helping DeAndre Hopkins, dude. He was helping him. He was getting him out of the shitstorm. He was doing it. He was life rafting everybody, dude. He was fucking like, all right, hey. And dude, he was running from the bottom, and they didn't know what was going on. He was just fucking that franchise over from the inside because he knew what they were doing with the Deshaun Watson thing and covering it up. And he fucking was going rogue. And just, he did it for a while, dude. Go back and look at all of that shit that happened around that time. And it lines up fucking perfectly with him. He's not an idiot, dude. He's a Belichick disciple who got the fucking reins to an entire franchise. They don't give that to some fucking schmo who's like, oh yeah, I guess I can coach a football game. Like, no, this motherfucker is smart as fuck, dude. He knows exactly what he is doing in the front office and everything. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Nick Saban would not have brought him in to OC in Alabama if he was not a brilliant fucking person. I'm sorry. There is too much evidence to the contrary. Bill O'Brien knew what he was doing the entire fucking time.
So I'm sure you guys have watched on YouTube the guy named Urinating Tree, right?
The what?
I never heard of him.
You never heard of Urinating Tree? Yeah. So there's a dude who does week by week NFL reviews. He also did one on basically the entire sports franchise of Houston between the Rockets, the Astros, and the Texans between like 2016 and 2020. He talks
How do you
about
film that dumpster fire that long?
Yeah, so basically he titles the video Houston Sold Its Soul, or the city that sold its soul. Watch that, because that's where I got a lot of the information. And the dude could be biased, but I think he's funny as hell with the entertainment that he puts into it. If you guys get a chance, you guys need to watch it.
I just think it's funny because we stuck to this conspiracy theory for the longest.
Yeah.
Sports Report conspiracy theory.
We were on top of that. And and we're gonna do the NBA before we go, right? Will, just making sure, because I got one thing that we're gonna keep that thing we've been talking about. We've called stuff before, okay? We called the fucking O'Brien thing. That's real. I've called something else that we're gonna talk about.
Okay. Real quick, I do want to go ahead and move over to the Giants and the Cardinals. Giants get the win 31-28, but lose Saquon Barkley in the process.
What was his thing?
Ankle injury.
It's a standard sprain. He'll be out 3 weeks.
That's always what it is with him.
But here's the one thing I want to say about this game, and I think it is absolutely fucking hilarious. At halftime, the Arizona Cardinals led that game 22-0.
Yeah.
22-0, and blew that fucking lead.
And blew that game. Exactly.
It's not Josh Dobbs' fault. It's not Kyler Murray's fault.
Nope.
They're tanking properly is what they're doing.
Does the Cardinals coach look like a Hooters manager who creeps out all the girls that work there?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well,
Jonathan Gannon, yep.
He's already in the sexual harassment video that people that start working for the Cardinals have.
Yep.
Oh yeah. He already in there. He already there.
He was already He was part of the Cardinals organization already because of that video, and they're like, "Yeah, hey, here's a job." Head coach of the team.
Next game I want to talk about real quick: the San Francisco 49ers get another win, 30-23 over the Rams. That rookie receiver Puka Nacua, oh my gosh, that rookie is something special, man. That rookie is something special. Y'all need to check him out.
He reminds me of TJ Houshmandzadeh.
Yeah,
in like a lot of ways, like not only because he's Pacific Islander and everything like that, but like he also like he runs routes like him. It's like he's a possession guy. Clear, like from what I can see. I mean, the thing is like you can't 2 games is not long enough. What are they just gonna like? They weren't fucking even watching that guy. They're like Puka Nacua. What the fuck is that? Is that a shell necklace? What the hell are you talking about, Puka Nacua? Like who the fuck is that guy? And like they just didn't give a shit.
So is that a new term for pooping in a toilet? What are you talking about?
Puka Nacua, it's a sex move involving Pacific Island food and there's vinegar and baking soda involved, and it's a whole thing.
If you watch Deuce Bigelow European Gigolo, they talk about it a little bit in that one.
We also just talked about it here.
Before we move on to basketball, really quick, I gotta with my mental health stuff, I gotta throw one thing out about the Colorado State game.
Sure.
So in the Colorado State game, a lot of people have been talking about the player that got the dirty hit on
Travis Hunter.
On Travis Hunter. And the kids, hold on, I want to make sure I'm saying this correctly here. Henry Blackburn. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say this. First of all, should Henry Blackburn be suspended for that hit? Absolutely. It was a late hit. It was dirty. We all fucking know it. Even like every fucking NFL player that was on a sports show this morning was calling that hit dirty. Come on, it was fucking dirty.
Yeah.
But ESPN reported this afternoon that kid and his family have been getting death threats since that happened on Saturday. If you are doing that, you are a piece of shit. This is a kid playing a fucking game.
Yes. Made one bad decision. Heat of the moment, bad decision.
Yeah. These guys are playing.
It's a lot like what was going on with Minnesota this weekend when Minnesota lost because Madsen dropped that fumble and people were basically dropping racist slurs towards him.
Yeah, these guys are human fucking beings.
It's a game, guys.
The show that Dan and I did, athletes are people too, and Skip Bayless is one of the lizard people. That was our fucking tagline. I stand by both of those statements. Athletes are people too, and Skip Bayless is one of the lizard people.
Yes.
Treat athletes like human fucking beings, people. Come on. We shouldn't have to have this discussion.
You gotta. Can I just silver lining this whole thing as well? Yeah. Like you gotta look at fucking. Okay, so dude is getting death threats. What has fucking Deion Sanders already done for Colorado? Let's just talk about how much he's already done. At this point, if you're receiving death threats about a football game, do you know how serious? Do you know how serious the fans are that are giving those? Like that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm silver lining this right now. And I know that's not a weird. That's a weird way to look at it, but like Deion has brought so much good things to this fucking school at this point. That's how much they have behind them. Is there are people willing to fucking try and act like they're going to kill some dude for the football team at this point. The Colorado Buffaloes. They've never been.
Actually,
the only thing they've ever done is get their ass kicked by fucking. They're 3-0. Yeah. The only thing they've ever done is get their ass kicked by Nebraska for fucking 30 years. That's the only thing that Colorado's ever done.
I'm gonna say I think they get beat by Oregon this weekend.
Honestly, I think it's because Travis Hunter's probably out for a couple weeks at least. I think that this is the first. This is going to be a big test. This is a real test. But here's the thing: I don't know that it's that these other games haven't been real tests because look at TCU. TCU was a ranked team to start the season.
I think they were favored. Weren't they favored by like 21?
They were like that 21 points.
TCU was favored by 21. Now, of course, the fucking sports was flipped, and Colorado was favored over Colorado State by 30 points this time, which we all knew that wasn't going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
But the Deion is having an effect on college football as a whole. There's no denying that. But we have to remember
a bunch of shades.
And a bunch of shades. But we have to remember these athletes that are playing college football, they are still fucking kids, 18 to 22 years old. Yep. They are kids. Those of us that are adults.
Unless you're the kicker from Colorado State, and then you're 31.
Married, 3 kids, probably has, yeah.
He's got a marijuana business on the side.
He
yeah.
probably just works
Hell
for
yeah.
Jake Plummer at his mushrooms dispensary.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
He
Just
goes
want
on a journey every week at work.
to update you. It looks like Deshaun Watson just got sacked, fumbled the football, recovered by T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt
a lot of jokes
into
in there.
the end zone, 17 yards. Pittsburgh is now up 26-22 with 6:58 to go in the fourth.
cool. Now,
Deshaun Watson gets sacked
Yeah.
is also what he calls his massages. Count it.
Yeah.
It's-
Really
it
quick
had
to
it.
wrap that up.
Damn. Real quick,
Damn.
I do want to, and we don't have to talk about them. I'm just going to go over the rest of the scoreboard. Then we're going to basketball and get the hell out. Dallas defeat the New York Jets 30-10. We all saw that coming. Washington defeats the Denver Broncos 35-33. Already talked about Miami.
That was
defeating-
another blown lead. Good job, Eric Bieniemy, getting that one
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Miami defeated the New England Patriots 24-17, and my Saints get a win against the Carolina Panthers 20-17. Gotta claim the offense, guys. You gotta claim the offense. All right, Dan, we're gonna go to you. Go ahead and
Hey,
do
Will.
this.
I got one
Last-
thing on baseball too.
Okay, cool. We'll go
Last
to you.
NFL thing. We're not
Sure.
going to talk about it. Eric Bieniemy. If Eric Bieniemy was white, he's a head coach of the NFL right now.
Absolutely.
Prove me wrong.
I agree.
Just saying. I know everybody knows that, but like I feel like it needs to be said because it's weird. It's just weird to me. It's strange at this point. I just don't get it anymore.
I think if Rivera gets fired this year, they're promoting Bieniemy to head coach.
Me too.
If
But
he was
I
a
don't
white
know
guy,
that
he'd
he's
already
going
have
to
a
take
fucking
it
job.
because when you get into this coaching cycle, McDaniels is going to get fired. We all know that's going to happen.
Yep.
Staley's going to get fired, and I know he doesn't want to coach against Andy Reid in the AFC West, but I mean that's a decent team. It's at least worth it to take a look, especially now that he's been out of the division for a year.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Bieniemy might be smart enough too to realize that he isn't a fucking head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about guys who might not be head coaches. He might just be like, I don't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
He wants to head
like,
coach.
yeah, that's the
He'll
next
go
step
head
up.
coach
Like,
for a while.
Yeah, no, he's said it over the last couple of years that he wanted to be the head coach.
okay, well maybe he just
and maybe it's he has a 4-year run. He's not that great, and he goes back and he is just an OC.
Yeah.
But he
wants
will
the
get
right
a
job.
shot.
I think
he
right
wants to.
now he's doing it the right way, proving that he can win as an offensive coordinator outside of Andy Reid's system. Could work in
With
his
Sam
benefit.
Howell.
Yeah.
Sam Howell, really?
Could
Like,
work
don't
in
get me
his
wrong.
benefit.
There's some talent there, but he's 2-0 with Sam Howell. Like
And understand, you do have some talented receivers in Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin. You do have some talent. You do have some talent there. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, let's go ahead and go into your NBA. What you got, Dan?
So LeBron James, did you guys see the I've said it every show. Did you guys see the naturally worked it in every show too, like a fucking G too. Just saying. Yeah, Ando doesn't know about this. Ando, I'm on like a 900 some. I'd say it's probably close to 1,000. Just that's not even fucking close. But like I've said it every show that we've done. I've said LeBron James, or at least the word Braun.
Okay.
He
It's a streak.
He is part of the LeBron James Justice League.
I'm also the first guy that said that he was fucking juicing, like fucking 5 years ago. Like I said it to Tony 5 years ago, not a joke. Like I was like, yeah, this dude has, not only is he juicing, he has a fucking lab in the middle of the jungle somewhere where he pays dudes to live there, scientists, and all they do all day is fucking look at his blood and figure out how to fucking make him a fucking superhero, basically.
Yeah.
Like I bet he's going fucking crazy Marvel with it too, because he's like that. And he has so much money at this point, like that at some point you start thinking that you're going to become a superhero. It's like, I think I might be able to actually do it, like the fucking Marvel movies. And he's actually doing it, dude. He's attempting to fucking, but in the middle of this somewhere, he didn't even get fucking named in it. There's like a bunch of fucking articles saying that he got named in this fucking, not Fauci, fucking whatever the guy's name was that ran like, same guy that ran Balco and shit. I don't fucking know. But like steroid guys. And it was his fucking, like his number one dude, and one of his nutritionists or whatever. Oh, imagine that. Like they were named. So it clearly like kind of like, you know, it implies that he was using at some point. I think he's been doing it for a while. I think a lot of them do it. Like I don't even think it's steroids. I don't even think it's testosterone and shit. I think it's literally like for him, it's like special shit they put in his blood, and I don't even think it might. It's probably not even illegal. It clearly isn't because he probably gets drug tested, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to drug test an athlete, you're probably going to be like, oh, LeBron James looks like he might be taking something. Especially in like 2013 and shit. Reason the Heat, like fuck, yeah. But like he was, because he was, guys.
Because he was.
But like he was already just a fucking unbelievably freakish athlete, and then but like that's the thing. Like I think a lot of them are, but yeah, it came up. So I mean, it's never going to be like public knowledge. Like he probably has enough money.
There's no way if that has actually happened, there's very little chance that will ever be public knowledge. The amount of money that will go into not just from LeBron but the NBA,
right,
and keeping that quiet is fucking.
Yeah. I mean, at this point right now, LeBron is the NBA. If you take that away, what do you have? You have Seth. Seth's got to have a villain to take on. It's not going to be Kevin Durant.
Steph.
It's not going to be,
Steph, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Steph.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Jason Tatum, maybe.
No, I don't.
I think it's Steph. Yeah, Jason Tatum is the most boring fucking player in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's the most like boring superstar in the NBA. So you had John Morant until he starts waving guns around.
Yeah.
So like, but you still have John
Shot
Morant.
himself in the foot with that one.
Yeah.
Count it. He pulled a Plaxico Burress. Count it. Like
He
yeah.
didn't shoot himself. He didn't shoot himself yet.
Well, he only shot his metaphorically he did. Metaphorically, he shot himself. But yeah, like you don't have any American guys. You have nobody. Which that's the thing that like the NBA is really concerned about. Adam Silver's up there just like good, and like he loves the American guys to be good too, because a lot right now it's dominated by European players.
True.
Like
I mean,
not
what are
dominated.
you gonna do? Are you gonna keep the Sun? Are you gonna keep favorable refs on Suns games this year and make it KD and Booker? Like really, and that's the thing is it's there is not outside of LeBron, there is not anybody that can be the face of the league right now.
Mm-mm. I'll guarantee you something. The Lakers and the Suns are going to go deep into the NBA playoffs this year. I'll guarantee you that. You know why? Because they're good enough to do it, and because the narrative is absolutely set up for
Hold up now. There's some rumors out there talking about your boy Dwight Howard coming back playing for the Warriors.
Bro, have you seen? Okay, this is the thing for a whole nother fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, that's the thing for a whole nother fucking episode, bro. Like, and we're gonna get that's the episode we get kicked off. That's the episode it finally happens. It finally happens.
That's what we're gonna.
The powers that be are like, you guys can't do this anymore. I heard some of the stuff that came out of your mouth. You just can't do it. It's like we're not okay with you purveying your thoughts to other people. But yeah, I mean that's a whole thing. Like eggplant fucking emojis, eggplant emojis. I laughed so fucking hard at that fucking message, dude. For some reason, like I was like, "What in the fuck?
Isn't he?
What in the fuck?" And it's purple.
I mean, isn't he a dad? I mean, we could talk about him on First Generation.
No, he doesn't have any kids.
I thought he did.
Dude, yes, fuck yes, he does, bro. He has fucking 6 kids. He has 6 kids from 5 different women. He has 6 kids from 5 different women. Fuck yeah, dude. He's got a bunch of them.
I thought he didn't have any kids. Okay.
I thought he had kids, yeah.
A story came out a couple of years ago about his fucking child support payment, and it was sizable. Let's just say it was pretty fucking large. I think something to the effect of $660,000 a month, something like that.
Jesus.
Something in that range. Yeah. So like that's what it would be though, if you think about it. Like that's how much money he made. Like dude, he was fucking he signed that huge deal with Orlando, and then he fucking wasn't getting paid fucking peanuts in fucking Los Angeles. Okay.
Sorry.
He never didn't get paid because you could see why he should get paid.
Yeah.
Like when he's on the court, obviously.
Should be top 75, just saying.
Apparently just likes to fuck dudes sometimes. It's all right, man. Like, hey, good for you, buddy.
It should be top 75, just saying. But
absolutely,
he should have been.
Yeah.
His fucking Orlando years were unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's move over to and finish up the show with our baseball news. 7, take it away, my friend.
Playoff pictures starting to take shape, but the biggest news really in baseball: Shohei Ohtani cleaned out his locker on Friday night. Saturday, the Angels announced that he had a right oblique strain, and he would be out for the remainder of the season.
He just left last week, bro. He just left. He left.
And I'm not even going to talk about all of the Shohei to Boston stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry how funny that is. For
I want to see Ando. He said,
Angels
"Fuck it,
fans,
let me
dude.
see Hando for a little bit. Fuck it."
Who's hanging out with me? Shohei Ohtani? Sure, why
Yeah,
not,
hang out
man?
with you, yeah.
But
I'll be able
There
to communicate
was-
a little bit. I know a little Japanese. Konnichiwa,
There you go.
Ginka desu, hi Ginka desu, and sayonara. That's it. That was
There you
a
go.
really cool
There you
hangout.
go. That's how you do it.
the because so that came out Friday night, Saturday. Also, middle of last week, Anthony Rendon was it was announced because he's been on the injured list, and they said it was just a sore. I can't remember. I think it was a sore.
It's an ankle or something like that.
A
Or a
sore
foot or
leg, sore ankle, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they actually found out that it is, and they were saying it was a bone bruise, but they actually found out that there's a fracture in the bone.
Bro.
And the two Angels doctors were saying it was just a bone bruise. The first two doctors that Rendon looked at it with said it was a bone bruise. It wasn't until the third one came in that they actually saw it. But here's the truth. Art Moreno needs to sell the Los Angeles Angels. There's no other way to put it.
Or clean
Art
house.
Moreno and the Angels. No. Art Moreno needs to sell the Angels because and the Angels as an organization over the last 10 years have been the subject of more investigations in Major League Baseball than any other team.
I know these things, and here's what I'm saying.
Because it's despite all the leadership changes, they still have problems. This is an ownership issue. They've known about Shohei's arm and the issues that he was having since fucking May. He didn't get traded because it would have been caught in a physical, and everybody would have found out that they've known since fucking May. This is.
Should he sell the team? Yes, you're 100% correct. I know all of those fucking terrible things. He's a terrible fucking owner. I think that he should sell the team while he's screaming into the fucking microphone right now. But I also, as a very, very unsuccessful entrepreneur, am uncomfortable with the fact that anybody can tell me to fucking sell shit that I own. For real. I'm gonna draw a line at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Art Moreno owns that fucking team, dude. Nobody's fucking coming up to me and telling me to sell my Mustang. Nobody's coming to me and telling me to sell fucking shit, dude. Like,
Yeah, but
sorry, I own it. Like, I don't care what.
$1 billion organization that impacts 29 other billion-dollar organizations.
I wish it was. I fucking wish
Right.
it was.
It's and that's the difference. Yeah, it's and that's really where the problem comes into. And you think about your Mustang. If you're doing shit with your Mustang that you're not supposed to do, they can fucking take it away from you.
Right. Well, yeah, I sold my Mustang actually, so like,
But-
I can sell it. You know what I'm saying? But I would have a problem with somebody like actually fucking coming out to, like and be telling me like, hey, you got to get rid of that because we don't feel like you were treating your Mustang very well by leaving it outside or in the rain, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like telling me
Right,
that I'm
but-
doing something wrong with shit that I own. Like,
But-
but I
but
understand there's
that's-
a lot of people involved. I understand what you're saying.
You're talking about small issues versus
I know.
huge problems. His leadership,
But
his leadership issues caused the death of a fucking player.
I completely agree with you that he's a shitty owner, but I'm saying like where do we draw the line though? Like I understand that the thing that he owns is fucking involves a lot of people, but like where do we draw the line at? Like we can't just be, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's ownership, it's ownership. Like that's the like that's the thing. Like nobody can tell you what to do with your fucking shit, basically. Like that's the only part I'm uncomfortable with. Does that make sense?
But
Like I don't.
and I see what you're saying, but when it comes to professional, with professional sports, the product that each team puts out impacts the other teams in the league. And when you have constant problems in LA, wasting the careers of talented players, and then you also have the fact that they are putting the players' safety at risk, which they have done multiple times, and you look at all of the issues behind the scenes, selling the sticky substances, which obviously we all agree that the sticky substances, there should be better options than just what there is. But
Bro, yeah,
and we talked about that extensively.
There was an opioid pain fucking killer drug ring in their fucking in their boat like forever. Like
This
it was
isn't just fucking stealing signs. This is players' lives are on the line, safety issues, and that's where the line is. If we are dealing with safety issues, that's where the line has to be. Just like with Dan Snyder being pressured to sell the Commanders, the safety of employees is when the push really started to come to shove, because it wasn't about the fact that the Commanders have been a dog shit team for the last 20 years. Nobody gave a fuck about that.
Think about what you were saying, though, with the football thing. Are you really saying that the owners are risking the physical fucking condition of those players? How about the game that they play? How about that? Because I don't think that the owners have anything really to do with the fucking game that they play is incredibly violent car crashes.
And you're 100% correct. But when they're doing it off the field, needlessly, this isn't like they're just making them practice in full pads. There's a clear difference here, and it's not just. And with Dan Snyder, obviously, it wasn't just about the players; it was about the cheerleaders and the people working in the front office and all of that were those issues, and they were impacting the physical and/or mental safety of the employees of the organization. Art Moreno and his leadership is negatively impacting the physical and/or mental safety of the players and staff members in that organization. That's where the line has to be. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with all that. And I'm fine with Dan Snyder because Dan Snyder actually got investigated. And Dan Snyder they actually said to Dan Snyder, like, there was owners coming to him at owners meetings, obviously. Like, they had like whole things about it. Like, hey, bro, stop what you're fucking doing. Like, stop. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, say that you let your house get fucking decrepit in the middle of a neighborhood. It's all nice. And everybody has nice houses and shit. I'm okay with them coming over and going, hey, bro, like, would you clean your fucking yard up? It looks like shit. Like, I'm fine with that. Right. Like, but forcing him to, out of what do we actually have that Art Moreno was behind the reins of any of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, there's been direct reports that Art Moreno was like, you know, fucking like running the fucking opioid drug ring and shit. Like, it could just be fucking people within his organization.
But here's the thing. Despite my argument is, despite all of the leadership changes, because every time one of these major issues has happened, there was a leadership change in some way, shape, or form where it looks like things were directly going on. There was a leadership change, and problems still persist. At some point, you have to stop looking at what's in front of the camera and start looking fucking behind it.
Sure.
And that's my argument.
It definitely looks as if I think that Art Moreno is a shitty fucking owner for sure. But like, I just don't know if we can. From what do we have on Art Moreno is basically, I guess what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if we have enough to be like, hey, you gotta sell your shit, bro. Like,
do I think that the league can has enough to force him to sell right now? No. But should baseball fans and, you know, all of these social justice people that need something to focus on Art Moreno? Put pressure on him, because you can't justify allowing things to continue. And as fans, we have put enough pressure on organizations to make major changes like this in the past.
In closing on this subject, Will, in closing for me, do you know what the fucking hilarious part about this is? Art Moreno either gets to own the Los Angeles Angels, okay, which is pretty fucking cool, right? Or somebody pays him $6.5 or $7 billion fucking dollars for the Los Angeles Angels. So Art Moreno is pretty much fucking good either way. Like, let's be honest, Art Moreno's out of this like a fucking champ, no matter what the fuck happens, because he's fucking rich. And it's like, that's really the fucking hilarious and weird and
the money that he put into it when he started the organization, when it was an expansion team,
that's an
versus what it's worth now. Woo! Obviously, even if he's forced to sell the team, he's not coming away empty-handed.
Right.
But there has to be, when we're looking at these changes in leadership, we keep going up the ladder. You can only go so far before you hit the fucking owner. It's like, all right, dude. You know,
he was off.
It's just like
you guys.
Off the ground and running $375,000 when he first bought it, I think. Something like that.
Yep.
Something that range. $375 million, which is
it was less than
$375 million. Like, whoa. Like, it's I mean, they're worth $6 or $7 million right now. I mean, Mike Trout alone gets $500 million. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of fucking money.
Guys. Let's go ahead and end things here. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Seven. Appreciate that insight on NBA and our MLB baseball. Let's go ahead and start wrapping things up. Ando, where can people find you at? Where can people go watch you?
Right now, twitch.tv/Ando3818. Like I said on the Geek Gauntlet podcast, just started my new job, so it's a matter of fixing what I'm working on now and then getting the schedule put together. And then as long as you guys continue to have me here and on the Geek Gauntlet podcast, you can catch me there.
All right. Seven, where can people find you?
Hit me up on Twitter, 7pods a lot of sports stuff. I'm tweeting about it all the time. I follow a lot of creators and a lot of good discussion. And right here, Monday nights, Sports Report, 10 p.m. Eastern. Keeping it to just that right now. We will be bringing back First Generation Dad in a couple of different ways soon. I'm just trying to get some stuff stabilized. I found out recently that I am in line to get a radio job working on air. That will I will be moving to the East Coast. Thank you. At some
You'll be
point
by
soon.
me. You'll be by me.
Smattering of applause.
Wheeling, West Virginia, is where the station is that I'm going to be
Hey, right
potentially
in the middle
joining.
Of opioid fucking white country, just right.
45 minutes outside of Pittsburgh.
You're gonna fit in
You'll
perfect.
be up there by Can Punisher.
They'll be like, "Have you lived here your whole life? You look like you've lived here your whole life." They'll just take you in. Like, "Hey, man, you some pills?" Just kidding.
Yeah, only 45 minutes from Pittsburgh, so might be able to catch a Steelers game at Heinz Field, which I think would be interesting.
Hey, it's a Shurion field, remember?
No, it's Heinz Field. They can go fuck
Always
themselves.
will be the big
I'm
red
with
spot.
I'm with Steelers fans on that one. It's Heinz Field.
The big ketchup bottle.
And the big ketchup bottle. And also maybe see a baseball game at PNC Park, which has got one of the best views in baseball.
There you go.
So
everybody there wears Steelers jerseys and Steelers pajama pants with yellow Crocs. That's what Shane Gill says.
All right, Dan. Where can people find you?
I'll be
on the corner
on a farm in the middle. I'll be on a farm in the middle of nowhere, just taking handfuls of mushrooms. I'll be the guy climbing the tree, okay, and giggling to myself. You guys need to fucking find me. That I know that gives you no particular location, so that's kind of how I want it. So
all right,
while I'm doing all the.
All right, everybody can catch me here Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern. Also catch me Tuesdays on Sports Report Fight Night.
It looks like Tony's head is Ando's body right now. Just saying. How funny that is. You have a cat? You have a cat now, Seven?
I do have a cat. You know me. I love playing with pussy. So
that's fucking hilarious, dude. It looks like fucking you're petting that cat right now, bro. That's fantastic.
You can also catch me.
That's so good.
You can also catch me on Player versus Team over from the
That's amazing,
Sidelines
dude. Cut that shit, dude.
You also catch me on Player versus Team over from the Sidelines podcast every Thursday, 9:35 Eastern Time. We talk about the NBA, and of course, over here for Geek Out the Podcast every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. If there's nothing else, guys, I want to say thank you everybody for coming through. We had a consistent 3 to 6 viewers tonight, so we do appreciate that. And if there's nothing more, thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you again next week right here on the Sports Report Podcast. You guys have a good week.
Oh my god, dude. That's the fucking best, dude. That's so good.
When there's no hope, you can still go.
Bro, that is the best.
No, man, I still go.